Investing isn't a game of chance, it's not rolling the dice in a high-stakes casino. This is a very common wrong idea. A story told to keep you on the sidelines, frozen by baseless fear. Similarly, investing isn't an exclusive club just for the super rich. People sitting in offices in skyscrapers. People who speak a language you don't understand. The truth is much simpler and much more empowering. Investing is a tool, a powerful process available to anyone who wants to build a more secure financial future for themselves and for their loved ones. So, what does investing really mean? In the simplest terms, investing means putting your money to work for you. It's the act of putting your resources, your money, with the reasonable expectation of making income or profit in the future. This is different from hiding your money in a shoebox or leaving it in a basic savings account. When you invest, you're giving your money a job. Its job is to go out into the world and make more money over time. You change your money from a still and quiet possession into an active and strong force for growth. It's important to understand the difference between saving and investing, because they are often used to mean the same thing. Saving is putting money aside and keeping it safe. It's a very important habit, great for short-term goals or an emergency fund. Think of saving as money for an upcoming trip or for a down payment on a car. Investing is using those resources for long-term growth. For goals further down the road, like funding your retirement, paying for a child's education, or building wealth for future generations. Saving protects your money. Investing makes it grow. One of the biggest walls between people and their financial potential is fear. It's a basic and strong feeling, and when it comes to our money, it can stop us completely. The most common fear, without a doubt, is the fear of losing money. This is a completely fair and logical worry. You worked hard for your savings, and the idea of them disappearing is scary. Nobody wants to see their nest egg get smaller. However, this fear often imagines the worst-case scenario as the only possible outcome. It ignores the strategies and rules, like spreading out your investments and thinking long-term, which are made specifically to handle and lessen this very risk over time. Another big problem is feeling like you're not educated on the topic. You were never taught about it in school, and your parents might not have talked about it at home. This lack of basic knowledge makes you feel like you're not good enough, making the whole topic feel like a secret language you can't speak. The financial industry, with its complicated words and endless acronyms, certainly doesn't help. The world is also full of warning stories and outright scams, which feeds a deep-seated fear of being tricked. We've all heard stories of people who lost their life savings to a get-rich-quick scheme or to a dishonest advisor. These stories, while true, often lead to the wrong conclusion that all investing is a minefield of tricks. This fear makes people too doubtful of real opportunities and causes them to retreat to the perceived safety of cash, where, without knowing it, they are open to the certain loss of buying power through inflation. Once you get past the first fears, you'll find a world of different types of investments, each with its own features. You don't need to be an expert in all of them, but understanding the basic types is an empowering first step. One of the most direct ways to invest is in a business. Starting your own company, becoming a partner in a small local business. When you own a business, your potential for growth is tied to its value and profits. If the business does well, your share becomes more valuable. This is the core of capitalism. Investing in productive companies to create wealth. Perhaps the most well-known type of investment is stocks, also called shares. When you buy a stock, you're buying a small piece of a big, publicly traded company. If you buy a share of Apple, you literally own a tiny piece of the entire company. As the company invents new things and increases its sales and profits, the value of your share tends to go up. The value of stocks can go up and down every day, which can be unsettling, but in the long run, owning parts of successful companies has been a good way to build wealth. For those who find choosing individual stocks scary, there are wonderful tools, mutual funds and exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Think of them as a basket that holds many different investments at once. Instead of trying to pick the best apple at the market, you can buy a basket that contains dozens of different kinds of fruits. A single share of an S&P 500 ETF, for example, gives you ownership in 500 of the biggest companies in America. This built-in variety helps spread out your risk. If one company in the basket does poorly, its impact is softened by the other 499. Another classic and real way to invest is in real estate. This means buying physical properties like a house, an apartment building, or land. You can rent the property to tenants, making a steady stream of income. Or you can hold on to the property, hoping it will go up in value and then sell it for a profit. While it often needs more money to start, real estate gives the special benefit of owning a physical asset you can see and touch. Understanding these basic types gives you a menu of choices to build your financial future. It's a clear truth that every investment carries some level of risk. There is no completely risk-free investment that also offers significant growth. If someone promises you high guaranteed returns with zero risk, you should run in the opposite direction, as that is the #1 sign of a scam. Risk simply means that the future outcome is uncertain, and there's a chance of losing some or all of your first investment. Stocks can go down, companies can fail, real estate markets can cool off. Accepting this fact isn't about being negative, it's about being realistic. However, here's the secret weapon every successful investor understands and uses: time. Time is the great equalizer of risk. While markets can be incredibly jumpy and unpredictable in the short term, for days, weeks, even months, they have historically shown a strong upward trend over the long term. Think of it like walking a dog on a long leash. The dog can run all over the place, left, right, forward, backward. But as you keep walking steadily forward, the dog's general direction of travel is the same as yours. The daily market movements are the frantic dog. Long-term economic growth is your steady walk forward. This connection between risk and time is why your investment horizon is so important. If you need your money back in 6 months, you shouldn't put it in the stock market, because a short-term drop could force you to sell at a loss. That money belongs in a safe savings account. But if you're investing for a goal that's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years away, like retirement, you have a long road ahead. You can afford to ride out the market's unavoidable ups and downs. Patience allows short-term ups and downs to become your friend, not your enemy. So, how do you actually start this journey? It doesn't start with a big move, but with a series of simple, careful steps. The first step, before investing a single dollar, is to build a financial safety net. This is your emergency fund. A reserve of cash in a safe, easy-to-access savings account. It covers 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. This fund is your shield. Unexpected car repair. Medical bill. Use this fund instead of selling investments at a bad time. An emergency fund gives you peace of mind to invest with confidence. Second step, educate yourself. You're already doing that right now. Keep this process going. Read recommended books about money and investing. Listen to good podcasts. Diversification, asset allocation, compound growth, long-term thinking. Learning these basics is like learning the rules of the road before you drive. It gives you the power to make smart choices and avoid emotional mistakes. Invest in your knowledge first. Third step, start small. You don't need thousands of dollars to begin. You can start with as little as $5, $10. Your first investment isn't to make you rich, it's to get started. Overcoming inertia, opening an account, linking your bank, making your first purchase. Starting small reduces the emotional stakes. It lets you get used to the market's ups and downs without risking your life savings. Hands-on experience builds confidence. Fourth and fifth step, be consistent and think long-term. The most powerful force isn't timing the market. It's consistently adding to your investments over time, dollar-cost averaging. Invest a fixed amount regularly, for example, $50 a month or $500. You build wealth methodically. Investing isn't about getting rich quick. Investing is about building freedom over time. Follow the channel, save this video, and watch the next one. In the next video, we'll talk about simple interest and compound interest.